Crap, the suit's powered now.
And now, Pepper and those agents are walking right into a trap!
Hurry, Rhodey! Tony needs you! Thank goodness!
I was worried he would not be able to insert it himself. He needed Pepper's help last time.
He needed help getting that wire out. He was all prepped to do it himself before he found that problem.
Hurry, guys. You can't let that bad Baldy hurt Pepper.
Don't worry, Squirt. They wouldn't kill off the girl closest to the hero. Probably.
It's likely a bomb.
What makes you say that?
It's the quickest solution. Lockpicking would simply take too long.
Too bad it's the loudest solution, too.
And with all the extra tech to help him, there is no way this takes as long as Tony suiting up in the Mark I did.
Go get him, Stark.
Stain must be stopped before he hurts Pepper and those agents, possibly more than them. He's unstable enough to go on a rampage.
Is Rhodey gonna become a superhero too?
You'll see, Ruby, I promise.
But then it's just gonna be the same hero, only with a different guy in the suit.
Again, you'll see.
Yeah, about that. It's much bigger.
Run, Pepper! Run!
Get out of there! That thing's gonna squish you like a bug!
It dealt with those agents like nothing.
And it's that huge, but still able to keep up with Pepper. That thing's insane. And it's in the hands of a maniac. That's the worst combination you could get.
going into battle with less than half power? That's suicide!
Maybe. But Tony's a genius, remember? Obi had people do all the work for him. Maybe Tony can win if he fights smart.
I suppose. Good point, Yang.
Pepper, no!
Tony, you need to get there now.
I hate to say this, but that's a damn good line.
I hate it when the villains get the awesome lines. I want to quote it, but I don't want to because of who said it.
Let them go. They're innocent, you monster.
I don't think even Torchwick would stoop that low.
That is not collateral damage. You actively decided to use a car full of innocent civilians as a weapon, you vile cretin.
My team's fight with Torchwick on the bridge was collateral damage. You're just killing people!
That was awesome.
Yeah, how does that feel, Stain?
What the heck, lady? He just saved you and your kids.
She's panicking. The only thing she can think of is getting out of the situation and getting herself and her children to safety.
Tony!
Stark!
Yeah, bet you didn't expect that.
I have a bad feeling about this.
As much as I hate this monster, I can't help but praise that he found a way to make that armor fly.
Just shoot him with a missile.
But if that suit's anywhere near as strong as Tony's, it won't do a thing. And Tony would just waste power firing a missile that did nothing.
But Obi's unaware of Tony's changes. So as far as we know, that suit is just another big lump of iron. So a missile could get through.
Well, no matter how that would go, it isn't the option Tony chose.
Well, let's hope he made the right choice then.
While I can't agree with going against standard protocol, Rhodes is being an excellent partner to Tony, and doing it for the greater good.
It's icing up.
Yes, now, Mr. Obadiah Stane. You shall pay for your betrayal by shattering like a cheap glass on the harsh ground below.
Why hasn't he froze yet?
Wait for it.
Ha! You just got played. More advanced my ass.
So, Gian, what's Obi's suit made of?
From what I know, it's made of omnium, a steel alloy of incredible strength, developed in Sector 16 specifically for Stane's suit.
Well, he's alive.
But he won't be if the suit uses all the arc reactor's power. Then there won't be anything for the magnet to keep the shrapnel away from his heart.
I forgot we still had to worry about that. It really didn't seem to be a problem until the reactor was removed. I thought as long as he had one, he was fine.
He's still alive?
Oh, come on. That fall should have shattered him like cheap glass.
Nice. Still fighting smart.
Come on, Tony, you can do it.
That sounds dangerous.
It's extremely dangerous. Overloading a reactor in Atlas could take out a small city block.
Just a few minutes, Tony. You can do it.
Yeah, and Pepper's gonna get some payback for him almost killing her.
Yes, he damaged something. Maybe it's enough to turn the tide.
Or at least buy enough time until Pepper's done. Oh, never mind. His own ego's doing that.
Sure, seems like he's got a taste for it.
Tony's dad would probably be proud of him for seeing the problem he was creating and changing his ways.
Man, he can't aim worth a damn, can he?
Perhaps that is why he never had a taste of war. His abilities are pathetic.
explains it.
Hard to aim a gun without looking down the sights.
No! Yinsen gave you another chance in life. You can't throw it away, not like this.
Tony didn't think he should have survived his capture. He said all this time, he's only got one mission left.
But, Pepper...
Farewell, Stark, and good riddance to Stain.
Damn. Their world lost a good man. But at least he gave his life stopping a maniac from throwing the world into chaos. Even most huntsmen and huntresses won't ever do something that noble.
He can't be dead! He can't...
No way!
He's alive!
It may be a bunch of scrap, but it had a purpose. It really is an incredible piece of technology.
That's gotta be fun, seeing yourself in the headline.
It is still not iron.
Oh my gosh, no one cares.
Accuracy is important, Yang.
Gold titanium alloy man is too long and sounds stupid.
Hey, Weiss, does your family have a yacht?
Yes, and I'll try to see if I can take you guys on a trip one day. But it isn't a guarantee.
Damn, Tony. Trying to set up a date now, aren't you?
Also making it seem like Potts is trying to sleep her way to the top again.
Sounds like a solid story.
Unless they find his body and remains of his suit in the reactor building.
I'm sure the strategic, those guys covered it all up.
Finally, they shortened the name.
Shield, huh? Has a nice ring to it.
Just a fair warning, everyone. These guys have the best intentions in mind, at least the main agents you'll meet throughout the movies. But some of their actions will be questionable, at best.
But he is, though.
But she doesn't want him to be. She doesn't want him doing anything dangerous.
That's sweet.
Ugh, that turned awkward real quick.
It was an awkward night for her. That makes them even.
Still sweet.
Mushy stuff. Lame.
Not intimate enough.
Well, at least most of the reporters are still on his side.
The media truly respecting someone is rare. They only side with our father out of fear he may ruin their lives, or simply because he constantly brown noses the reporters' superiors into forcing the reporters to simply do puff pieces.
Tony, stop! You're saying too much!
You dolt! You may as well have told them you're Iron Man.
He is not helping himself.
I don't think any of the reporters are buying this anymore.
What? You never tell people your secret identity. You never do that!
It's like an unspoken law.
I mean, he's clearly broken some laws already, but that's pushing it.
Is it such a big deal?
Yeah! Now everyone knows he's a superhero! Villains could go after Pepper to get to him!
And he was already a high-risk target before. Now that people know they could get that suit if they go after him.
Clearly, his house was shown to have higher security.
And look how well that worked for RWBY.
He likely knew the codes to bypass it, or simply had the clearance to come and go.
Excuse me, guys. Movie's not over yet.
See? Someone totally got in.
We may have given him too much credit.
Now we can only hope this man ain't an enemy.
So he's the big man himself. I'm getting Jimmy vibes from him.
He's certainly not above the General's morally questionable decisions.
Both of you will speak of the General with respect.
The General may do what he thinks is right, but it sure as hell ain't the best move.
The Avenger Initiative? That sounds awesome!
Sounds big.
Oh, it's definitely big. Perhaps the most ambitious project in any world.
What is it?
You'll see when we watch the next movies. Anyway, what do you guys think of this one?
So epic! All of the suits were awesome and Tony is so cool!
I like how he changed through the course of the film. He began as an arrogant jerk with no care in the world, but he learned humility and responsibility, going from weapons dealer content with war to fighter for freedom and justice, getting rid of weapons he once made to ensure they don't harm people.
It had everything. Tons of action, good amount of comedy, and some good dramatic and emotional moments. But they didn't go overboard.
I also enjoyed how he saw there needed to be a change in his company and did everything to change things for the better. I hope to do the same when I take over the SDC, both as a businesswoman and a huntress.
Stark was quite irritating throughout several points in the film, but as Ms. Belladonna said, he has truly been on an emotional journey and changed in so many ways. Most certainly for the better. And with these new ideas for new tech, we can usher in a new era for Remnant and turn the tides on the battle against the Grim.
Tony seemed like a guy I could relate to. A guy who likes to have fun, but also knows when things go too far. For the most part. And it's good to see a guy who's willing to accept responsibility for his actions and work to undo the damage he made.
Gosh, solid reviews all around.
So, on to the next movie then?
Yes, but first I'm going to bring in some of your friends to watch the rest with you.
Meanwhile at Beacon, Team Juniper were just outside Ruby's dorm room. Once they entered, they noticed the dorm room empty.
Wait, where is everyone?
But before anyone could answer, a bright light shines in front of them.
What the?
And just like that, Team Juniper vanished out of thin air. Meanwhile, at the headmaster's office, Ozpin, the headmaster of Beacon Academy, sat at his desk while Glinda Goodwitch, the vice headmistress, paced back and forth impatiently.
Strange. Crow said he would be visiting Ruby and that he would stop by. I wonder what is taking him so long.
He is likely drinking himself into a blackout and corrupting one of our youngest and potentially greatest teams.
Just as she said that, a bright light engulfs the office and the two professors were gone. Meanwhile, at Coffee's dorm room...
There. I'm sure Ruby will love this. So you ready to go? I just want to pop in, give that little runt her present, grab a slice of cake, then go shopping.
Oh, come on, Coco. Ruby's a good kid. You should get to know her.
Before Coco could respond, the two girls were swooped away by the same bright light. Meanwhile, at Atlas, on Ironwood's command ship, the general himself stood in front of Penny, the android he'd provided assistance to Pietro Polendina in building.
So Ruby Rose knows you are an android?
Yes, sir. But she promised that she would not tell a single soul. And I would like your permission to visit her, sir, so I may wish her a happy birthday.
Well, I suppose it would not hurt if you paid a short visit.
But before the general could finish, the bright light engulfs the room, leaving no trace of the general and the android. Back at the theater...
Our friends?
Suddenly, several columns of light appeared, and the aforementioned group was brought into the room.
What in Remnant?
Where are we?
Glinda Ozpin, what is going on?
General Ironwood, sir.
Specialist Schnee? Crow?
Hey guys, nice to see you join the party.
Ruby?
Hey, John!
Sup, Vomit Boy?
What is going on here?
Simple. I brought Team Ruby, Crow, and Winter here. Then I decided to bring all of you as well.
So let me get this straight. You kidnapped a team of students, along with a professional huntsman and an Atlesian specialist, then kidnapped another team, the headmaster of one of the most prestigious huntsman academies in all of Remnant, plus his assistant and the general of the Atlesian military. Big mistake. Send us back now.
I'm sorry, General, but I'm afraid I can't do that.
Then I assume we'll return if you're destroyed.
James, wait!
The general then fired at the demon in front of him. Gian simply sighed at this, a small layer of fire covering his body, the bullets easily disintegrating upon impact. James emptied his whole mag, but nothing happens to the demon.
Impossible. Those bullets have high heat resistance, yet it withstood my weapon's clip.
That's because my power is just as hot as the sun, General. I'm a demon.
Demon? And what does a demon want with us?
Well, it's Ruby's birthday today, so I decided to take her, her team, her uncle and Weiss's sister, because she was there, and have them watch the epic movies of the best heroes of my world, both for entertainment and so they could learn a few things along the way. But I decided to bring all of you in, so Ruby can be with more of her friends. And a few of you really need to learn some of these lessons.
Movies about comic heroes? Awesome!
I'm in.
Well, if John agrees, I don't see the harm.
If it's a good learning experience for all of us, I suppose I'll join.
Sounds fun. Well, I don't have anything better to do besides shopping, so sure, why not?
How could watching movies possibly teach us a lesson or provide anything of use?
It's true, sir. Through simply watching one movie, I've already taken notes on several pieces of technology that could vastly improve the military might of Atlas and improve the lives of everyone throughout Remnant. Also, you do not want to pick a fight with him. I tried attacking him as well the moment I was brought here. And, well, I'd rather not elaborate what transpired. It didn't go well.
I gave her an atomic wedgie.
Still, our students have better things to do than lazing about watching movies. As do we.
There's no need to worry. Time does not move here. Any pressing matters you have will be there when you all go back. It will be as if you never left.
Glinda, this doesn't appear to be an option. Besides, if he believes it's best for us to watch these films and learn the lessons within them, I believe it's worth learning.
Very well, sir.
Okay then. So all of you that had gifts for Ruby, give them to her now, and then be seated to watch the first movie, Iron Man. Ruby, you and your team can take a break to do whatever you need to do. The same goes for Winter and Crow. I'll call you back when the movie's done.
The new students made their way over to Ruby before something suddenly rushed between them and scooped Ruby up in a vice grip of a hug.
Ruby, I am so glad to see you. Good to see you too, Penny.
Happy birthday, my friend. I am prepared to deliver both my gift and the tradition. Birthday posterior smacking.
The what?
I think she means birthday spankings.
No! No, thank you, Penny. My family doesn't celebrate that tradition.
Everyone then delivered their gifts to Ruby and sat down to watch the new movie as the titular team went to the game room to enjoy their new forms of entertainment.